Hello everyone, this is Cindy P. Flipping Cleveland again. This is my next installment that I wanted to talk to you about. It's the same day, is hiring an arborist. If you can see this tree here outside my property, outside the window I mean, it's a cottonwood, very tall, large trees, probably about 3 or 4 stories or more tall, and you can see the circumference of the base of the tree, the trunk. And you can see the wood that's cut up. Well, we had a storm here a few months ago, about 2 months ago, and that branch fell and landed in my backyard. So I had that cut up. I hired a tree guy. He's a professional tree trimmer and cutter. He's been working with me for a few years, and I'm gonna start utilizing him in a different capacity. Usually I call him to cut trees down for me that I just don't like because of the how they look. You know, it's purely aesthetic that I use him. But now in the future, because I know that he does know trees, I will have him look in and inspect the trees on the property that I'm purchasing so that I'll know in the future if a tree is bad. So this house sat vacant for years, at least 3 years until I bought it. Nobody ever had a complaint about it, but once I laid hands on it, now there's all kinds of issues. So my neighbor, interesting story, was standing here in my backyard the day after the tree fell, and I came by to see what the damage was. He said, well, don't worry about it. It's not your problem. You're going to sell it, right? Just get rid of it. And the crazy thing is his brother is wanting to buy it, or was interested at one point, expressed interest at one point. And I said, no, I never do that. As an investor, we perform a service to the community, and what we're doing is rehabbing properties, making distressed properties into something that's habitable for someone else. We're not taking a property that is problematic and turning the problem over to someone else, unless we're turning it over into another investor or someone who's just interested in buying a distressed property themselves. So, sorry, I'm fighting a cold. Anyway. So by that having happened, and if you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's a red mark on the tree. So the city came by and put the red mark on the tree. I'm not going outside, it's just windy and it's cold, I'm sorry. So I'm doing everything from the window here. If you ever purchase a property, make sure you hire an arborist or a professional tree service to inspect a tree, to make sure that the trees, especially large trees, the smaller trees you probably won't have too much of an issue with. But the larger trees, make sure that they're intact, they're safe, their roots are stable, that there are no infestations, that there's no cabling done, because this tree was cabled, showing that there was an issue with it at one time, and that was a quick fix remedy that someone used, a cheap remedy. It was an older lady that I bought the house from, and her husband passed away, I think a couple years ago or what have you. So she probably just didn't have the money to fix it. But had I known, and I did negotiate my price down quite a bit to purchase this property, I actually knocked down about $30,000 or $40,000 off the price because I saw so many issues that I was going to need to address that I couldn't pay her asking price. And so we negotiated with the bank for them to take the loss and for her to be able to get out of it without being in financial ruin or having it affect her credit. So again, as investors, we desire to have a positive effect on the community, and not one where we're just greedy, materialistic people, because we shouldn't be. We're here to do a service to the community. So anyway, so my advice to you, if you ever plan on purchasing a property, or even if you're just planning on buying a house, period, especially here in our area, you want to make sure that your trees are safe, that there's no infestations, that the roots are good, that the tree is sound, because this tree is going to cost over $5,000, possibly $6,000 to remove, which can be a big hit for a new homeowner if you're not anticipating that. So anyway, that's my advice. So I'm heading in for the day, and you all have a good day. And here's Cindy P. leaving Flipping Cleveland. Bye.